Walsh.
Ladies and gents, we're back with part 2 of Wacky Dating Stories of April 2024. Guess what? I got banned from TikTok Live again. Yeah, that's right. Another TikTok fucking ban live for sexual nudity, sexual exposure, sexual abuse, sexual violence, gender violence. Give me a fucking break. If anybody listens to my podcast, Jesus Christ alive. I try not even talk graphic about sex in general. My God. Because I try and keep it PG, but no. And I love the way I love the way it just goes straight into community guidelines, you know? Straight into abuse. What the fuck is wrong with these people? It's driving people crazy. Nuts. It's driving me nuts. Drives me out of my fucking mind, this crap. You've got to be so careful what you say. And, you know, here's the thing. I am careful what I say in general. And yet, I've said way worse than that. And even when I've said it, I'm like, oh God, am I flirting now with this? And yet nothing happens. It's just such bullshit, man. It's such bullshit. But yet, a lot of nudity and porn on TikTok anyway, huh? A lot of that crap going on. Yeah, you're full of crap, lads. Okay, lads, so anyway, let's back to wacky dating stories. Right, blocking your ex on social media. Good idea, bad idea, what do we think? Well, personally, I think it's absolutely fine. I think we've all been there where you block your ex and then you're drunk one night and then all of a sudden you start looking them up and you might message them and this and that. I've been there, done that, wearing the t-shirt for Christ's sake, alright? We're all human, so I wouldn't judge anybody for that one. Why not? Jesus. And it's a good thing, I think, for closure. Anybody that says to you, I remember this one guy, he was obsessed with his ex-boyfriend, and all of a sudden he was saying to me that, oh, well, I wouldn't want to block him because it'd be rude. And talk about horse shit coming out of his fucking mouth. He's not lying to me, he's lying to himself here. Rude to block them on social media. Get the fuck out of here. You know? So what happens next? If you meet up with the next guy that comes along and you end up hooking up with him, is that rude to your ex-boyfriend? Maybe you should have cleared it with him first. Maybe you should have asked him, hey ex-boyfriend, do you mind now? I just want to make sure that I'm being polite and respectful now to you. Is it okay if I go off and hook up with this man? You know, is it okay? You know, because maybe we actually are going to get back together again, and I don't want to give anybody hope here. Fuck off. Rude. I'm not going to listen to that horse shit. And by the way, anybody out there, guys, if you listen to that horse shit from anybody else, ignore them. They're full of it. Right. End of discussion, that one. The next one. Boyfriend loses his mind because his ex blocked him on social media even though they've a baby together. Okay, now this is a bit of this. No, not bit. This is a different scenario, completely different scenario, because they have a kid together. Now, from the man's point of view, okay, if my ex has the kid and I want to see the kid and she's not answering my calls, she's not texting me back, right, a normal phone messages now, then I'd want to have her on social media because at least, Jesus, okay, maybe she's lost the phone. Maybe she's doing this or doing that. Or, you know, at least I can do something else to try and get onto her. That's understandable. But this girl said to me that she doesn't block him on messages. She does answer her calls. They do have an agreement where he sees the kid this time every now and then. A, B, C, X, Y, Z, blah, da, 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 right? So everything's okay. There's never been a point ever where she's needed to talk to the guy on social media. And she blocked him on social media because she still doesn't want him to be seeing what she's up to. Now, I honestly can see where he's coming from just to a degree. In other words, a kind of like a backup call. Now, at the same time, having a backup for social media, alright, in case she loses her phone or something like that, okay, I can understand that. Then again, maybe not. Maybe he's a bit too fucking much. Doesn't he know where she lives? Doesn't she have a landline? Wouldn't it be good to have a second phone? Wouldn't it be good to have her mother's phone number just in case? Now, let's look at it on the girl's point of view. Okay? I don't block him. I've got my phone. He can contact me anytime. I've never stopped him doing anything. Everything's all good here. I just don't want him seeing what I'm doing on social media. Because maybe he is a bit stalkery. Maybe he does give out to her and all this, and he judges her and this and that. Now I can understand why she'd block him on social media. You know, you gotta weigh things up here. If they didn't have the baby, 100% different story. Black, white, north, south, east, west difference. So, you gotta just judge it, but you know, people are losing their minds because they can't get onto somebody on social media. And he would have more of a strength. I would favor her here because she does keep in contact with the guy. You know? He does. And take the parents' number. You know, their parents' number on each side. Then you can stay in contact, right? Wouldn't that be a good idea? You know what I mean? That maybe would work with things. Oh, anyway, Jesus. I hope they work that shit out, man. I really do. And oh, here we go. The revenge of fucking TikTok, man. Fuck you assholes on TikTok. I swear to God. Oh, God, I hate you now. Christ. Sexual nudity and abuse. And gender abuse. I didn't even mention anybody's gender abuse. Or gender at all. I didn't even mention gender, but no. Fuck you, TikTok, you jerk-offs. Anyway, boyfriend dance. Sorry, guys, I'm having a go here. So, speaking of TikTok, girlfriend has a new boyfriend. I think this girl got a lucky break here. I know she doesn't see it this way. All of a sudden, after a few months, her boyfriend, out of nowhere, or as far as she knows, starts dancing on TikTok. Yeah, he's in his mid-20s. Mid-20s. First of all, do you know how sad it is when people do this shit? Seriously. I would understand if you're a Michael Jackson, Justin Bieber, Justin Timberlake, if you are that level of a dancer and you're actually doing a proper, and I mean proper dance set, okay? Dance set, technique, piece, whatever dancers call it, right? And there's a start, middle to the end, okay? And you're really showing off your skills and you are fucking awesome. Yeah, 100% I would never say, oh, here we go again. No, because that's real fucking skill, man. That's real fucking skill. And for all these people know, these people could be trying to build an audience and following, so maybe they'll get some dancing, I don't know, you know, Britney Spears' backstage or support dancers. Do you know what I mean? Like they could be looking for jobs. 100% respect that. But 99.9% of the fucking dancing on TikTok is some shithead waving their arms around the place for about 4 seconds, smiling with a big smile on their face, and then the camera turns off. There's no value, there's no use, there's nothing that they come with. And even if they are the hottest girl or hottest guy in the world, I still swipe away on any hot girl that I see. No, fuck off. No, go away, whatever. I don't care how hot she is. I don't give a shit. And you know what happens? There's no purpose. All you're doing is showing off. And even worse, if you were the first person in the world to go on TikTok and dance with these stupid flailing around your arms, right? Imagine this, right? You're the first person in the world in TikTok that's ever done this. The first time you'd look at it, you would say to yourself, what? That's it? You just flailed your arms around the place like a monkey? Seriously? That's it? That's it? I'd be shocked out of my skin, I'd say, looking at something like that. It'd be pathetic. You know? I still wouldn't go, oh, okay. I'd still be going, well, what was the purpose of that? But it gets even worse. These jerk-offs are copying each other. So like, even the first person that ever did a dance on TikTok, at least I'll give them this. At least they were original. You know, as stupid as it was, they were the first. They were the first person to do it. You know? You gotta give them that, and I mean 1% credit for that one. But these shitheads that are copying each other, do you know how sad you look? Honestly, do you know how sad you look to everybody else in the world? And you know the way I sometimes say I'm not having a go? I am having a go here. Like, you're going to look back on this crap in the next 5 or 6 years and go, I don't believe I was dancing on this shit. Then you're going to have the boys never letting you finish. Hey, Peter, so, 10 years later, so hey, are you going to dance tonight, are you? Oh, yeah, very funny, man, very funny. And then they're going to be all laughing at you in the bar. And then even 10 years later, they're going to still ask you, so man, what were you thinking? Seriously. Was it to get chicks? Or are you an attention seeker? And that's even if these people are still around you. Because you know what? Chances are if you see your friends doing this shit on TikTok or social media, they're saying to themselves, oh man, look at Peter, look at the state of him. He's just looking for attention here, lads. This is embarrassing. We can't be around him anymore. And you know what? They probably won't be around you ever again. Anyway, I've had my go. I have a lot of goes on this, don't I, in fairness? If anybody knows me here. Okay, the next one. Guy doesn't like BJs, but girlfriend catches him watching porn with BJs. Alright. Now, okay, let's look at this on both sides here. As the girl, she's trying to give a BJ to the boyfriend. He clearly is not into it. Now, at this stage, she doesn't know whether it's her or he just doesn't like them. Now, I really do understand because, look, Jesus, even I know that women think that, oh, sure, every man, they want a blowjob and they want this and they want that. And all of a sudden then their boyfriend doesn't want one. It's probably soul destroying to a girl. And, you know, I have to say my heart would go out to any girl that's in this situation because, of course, you'd be taking it personally. Of course you goddamn would. You'd be like, what's next? Oh, my God, is he going to tell me he doesn't like me in bed? So, okay, let's start with there. Then she walks in on him watching porn with BJs. She said there was a huge argument. Of course, I get it. She loses her fucking mind. She's insecure as it is. And then the guy comes clean and he says, look, honey, I just don't like it the way it's this or that. Now, look. From the girl's point of view, I understand the guy should have been fucking honest from day one. Honest from day one. Tell her straight up. And here's the solution to this, guys. Whether you're a woman or man listening to this, talk to your partner. Tell if you don't like something in bed, or if, you know, it's a bit weird what they're doing. You gotta go into the deep end here. You gotta risk hurting their feelings. You have to. Otherwise, what's going to happen? You're going to avoid it the next time, or you're just going to be like, oh, well, it's not going to make you orgasm. And if it's not going to make you orgasm, now you've even got a bigger problem because now they're thinking, Jesus, Peter's not orgasming anymore. What's going on? And now they're really starting to get head fucked. You know, depends on how you say it here. You can say this in a good way, in a skillful way. You know, honey, actually, oh no, I know, I just don't like it that way. You know, here's what I like. Oh yeah, that's it. Work from there. Be upfront and honest. Risk hurting their feelings. Just because they're hurt, it doesn't mean that they're right. Okay? Ricky Gervais said that. Just because someone's offended, it doesn't mean that they're actually right in a certain scenario. And this is the same thing fucking here. Just because they're hurt, it doesn't mean that you were an asshole the way you said it. It doesn't mean that you were a prick saying it. It doesn't mean anything. It just can mean they're sensitive. Or it could be the other way around. You do sound like an asshole when you say it. But again, my point is this. Just because if they do get hurt, it doesn't mean the wrong thing. Now, let's look at it from the boyfriend's point of view. The boyfriend, okay, he didn't want to hurt her feelings. All right, I get it. He didn't like the way she did a certain thing. And he just said, look, I'll just get a blowjob when I'm watching porn. or he'll have sorry, not get a blowjob, but he'll watch it and imagine it. He didn't want to hurt their feelings. Bad call, bad approach, not the best thing to do. So I 100% agree on that one. He should have done it the right way. But he didn't. And he needs to sit down with her and talk and be open up, upfront and honest. And ladies, you need to do the same thing if your guy isn't doing something that you don't like. You know? Risk hurting their feelings. You have to do it. Okay, next. So, I'm just looking at my notes here. Bear with me now, guys. So, the next one. Oh, here we go. And we're going to close off on this one today, guys. So, ex-girlfriend goes mad on the boyfriend. Boyfriend, girlfriend going out with each other. He dumps her. The ex-girlfriend goes crazy and posts the ex-boyfriend on the Facebook dating group. And many of you have probably heard this one before. The Facebook group called Are We Dating the Same Guy? Oh, Jesus. Here we go. Now, I actually got posted in this a couple of weeks ago. Now, I'll tell you my story and I'll tell you why these pages are full of shit. Okay? You cannot trust anything that goes into these fucking stupid fucking Facebook posts. Alright? Here's why. As many of you may or may not know, maybe this is your first time ever hearing me, or watching me on YouTube or social media, whatever. I've been doing this for years. My podcast. I talk openly about my dating life, other people's dating life, anonymously, of course, for them. And I'm on social media. I talk about a lot of things. And I live in Cork City. It's a small goddamn place. For me, there's nowhere to hide. Now, I'm not saying I'm some fucking celebrity now, right? Where I walk down the street and the red carpet's rolling out for me. Or people are like, oh my God, Peter, can you take our photo or video with us? Can you sign or can you give us our autograph? Can you sign this? Can you sign? No, I'm not saying that. I do get recognized. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And it's very easy for people to hang me out to dry on certain things. And here's the thing. I am a single man right here, right now. Perfectly happy with it. If I met the right girl, great. But right now, I'm happy being single. If I did date someone right now, or if I did have a girlfriend right now, the fact that I'm on a public forum, and Cork's a small place, and I have a girlfriend, people would get wind of this. They would hear that Peter's got some girlfriend, or her friends would know that, oh, Peter's doing this or that. In other words, there'd be nowhere to fucking run and hide for me if I wanted to fuck around. Nowhere to run and hide. Right? And yet, I got posted on this Facebook group a couple of weeks ago called Are We Dating the Same Guy? Now, if you're not familiar what this is about, in other words, it's a group of girls go on, you probably can guess from the title. They go on and they post up a photo of Peter or whoever, but a guy, or a video, and they'll ask other girls, hey girls, who's this guy? What's he like? Do you know him? Do we this or that? Is he a cheater? Is he this or is he that? Right? Now, why would you listen to anybody in these groups? What if, again, I was posted up there, but what if a girl was spreading shit about me? And then other girl comes in and goes, yeah, absolutely, Peter's a scumbag, he's a prick, he's this and that. But what if the girl actually secretly wanted to be with me and she's hoping to get everybody out of the goddamn way? Okay? Imagine that scenario. And you telling me it doesn't happen? Get the fuck out of here. Of course it fucking happens. Now, could Peter be a scumbag, as she calls it? Yeah, of course. But I'm not, number one. Number two, I don't have a girlfriend. I don't have anybody I'm dating right now. I've gone on 1 or 2 dates. And actually the dates that I've gone on, they've lasted 1 date. There was one girl that was 2 dates, but I even told her that I wasn't looking for anything serious. So there was nothing to come of it. Right? So, here's the thing. I get posted in the Facebook group. For what? For what? I went on a few dates, but I'm not dating anybody. There's a fucking difference here. You know, just because you go on a first date, it doesn't mean you're dating someone, right? Wouldn't you agree? Exactly. Peter's got nowhere to hide. Now, I have to say, on the other hand, right? Okay, on the other hand of this, I was kind of, delighted to get on this group because I know how full of shit this group is, right? And I was kind of feeling a little left out, I have to say, because I know these other two guys that actually were featured on in the last 6 months. And I was like, geez, can I get a shout out? And you know what? I haven't even seen the post. This, hand to God, ladies and gentlemen, I haven't even seen the post that was put up of me. Quite simply, couldn't give a shit. Because I get a bit of abuse every now and then. Well, pretty much most days on social media anyway. People say nice things too, but I'm used to this. So, but I also know how full of shit these groups are. It was like, oh yeah, grandma, whatever. I was just delighted to get the old nod, you know? But again, it does prove how full of crap people are. All right? And then, you know, here we have back to the main point here. The girlfriend goes mad, she gets pissed off, and she starts posting up photos of the ex-boyfriend. We have to remember here, this is an ex-girlfriend gone mad. Now, there is a group for the guys, are we dating the same girl? Seriously, guys, and we're going to close off the podcast today, and I'll just say this for the last thing. You've heard what my experience on this one. Peter's got nowhere to run. Nowhere to run. I would have been caught out so goddamn fucking quick. It's unbelievable. Word would get around so fast. And then you have an ex-girlfriend posting up about she's pissed off an angry ex-girlfriend. And people are listening to this stuff. Now, I get it. Okay, there's some people in these groups because they just want the drama and they never contribute, they never jump in, they never comment, they never like, they never nothing. They do nothing, they just sit in the sidelines. But really, guys, like, I do get where you're coming from on this, but here's the problem. You're fueling their fire because the more people that are just jumping in to just watch what happens, you're encouraging other people to jump on these groups. You shouldn't be following these people, guys. Honestly, it's not healthy. It's not a good thing. Now, I get it. We all want a bit of drama. I get it. But you shouldn't be following these groups. You're fueling their fire. You're encouraging more lying, more bad behavior. And, you know, what about the poor people that do get thrown in here? Now, for me, luckily, I don't give a shit. But even those other two guys I knew, they were affected by this. They were upset about it. They were, honestly, I'm not joking you. They were fucking upset by this. And they were looking at me like, you know, Jesus, what do you reckon? Because they know I do what I do on social media and podcasting, and, you know, they just wanted to see my input or feedback. You know, and these guys are kind of like hiding under the carpet here. It's not right. It's not right. Don't follow these groups. Unfollow them, unlike them, never contribute to them, and too much toxic bad behavior is going on in these kind of groups, guys. You know, it is. It's not healthy for anyone. Anyway, that's all I'll say. That's Wacky Dating Stories of April 2024. Of course, we'll be back at the end of May with the Wacky Dating Stories. It's kind of getting, well, it is a standard podcast episode now at this stage. End of every month we do one, and we round up the whole month. But yeah, definitely, again, never under delivers this episode, guys. The Wacky Dating Stories. So many horrific stories coming in. It's unbelievable. But yeah, I think we'll leave it there, guys. Love you and leave you. And thanks for listening today, and we will be back again. Cheers.
Peter. Walsh.